If you have ever tried to study Western esotericism, you already know the problem. You buy the books, you watch the videos, you save articles, notes, PDF files, and reading lists. You begin with curiosity, but the deeper you go, the more fragmented everything starts to feel. One author talks about ceremonial magic, another talks about theosophy, another explores symbols, Kabbalah, initiation, Freemasonry, Thelema, occult psychology, or ancient mystery traditions. Then at some point, you realize something. The problem is not that you are not interested. The problem is not that you are not intelligent enough. And the problem is not that there is not enough information. The problem is that nobody ever gave you a map. That is why Esoteric Atlas, 12 Classics Decoded, was created. Esoteric Atlas is a documentary-style self-study program designed to guide you through 12 of the books that shaped the symbols, language, and ideas of Western esotericism. Instead of leaving you alone with hundreds of dense pages, unfamiliar terminology, and disconnected interpretations, Esoteric Atlas gives you a structured path through the authors, books, symbols, and concepts that influenced modern occult thought. This is not just another reading list. This is not another random collection of summaries. This is a guided study system created to help you understand where each book came from, why it matters, what its central ideas mean, and how it connects to the larger tradition. The entire program is built around the M.A.P. method. Map, analyze, practice. First, you map the territory. Before you try to decode a difficult esoteric text, you need to understand the author, the historical context, the influences behind the work, and the questions the book was trying to answer. This gives you a sense of orientation. You are no longer walking into the material blindly. You begin with direction, context, and a clear understanding of why the work matters. Then you analyze the text. This is where the central ideas, symbols, teachings, and arguments are broken down into clear and accessible language. The goal is not to make the original books shallow. The goal is to give you the foundation you need to approach their depth with greater confidence. You begin to recognize patterns. You understand the terminology. You see how one author influenced another. You stop memorizing isolated fragments and start seeing the larger structure. Finally, you practice. Because real study is not passive. Through guided reflection, journaling, and structured study prompts, you are invited to think critically, compare ideas, record your own interpretations, and continue your investigation with greater clarity. MAP gives you direction. Analyze gives you understanding. Practice turns information into knowledge you can actually use. Inside Esoteric Atlas, you will study 12 essential works from 6 major figures in Western esotericism. You will explore Aleister Crowley through the Book of the Law and Magic, Liber ABA, also known as Book 4. You will study Helena Blavatsky through the Secret Doctrine and Isis Unveiled. You will enter the world of Éliphas Lévi through Transcendental Magic and the history of magic. You will explore M.A.P. all through the secret teachings of all ages and the lost keys of Freemasonry. You will study Dion Fortune through the mystical Kabbalah and psychic self-defense. And you will examine Israel Regardie through the Golden Dawn and the Tree of Life. Together, these 12 works give you a powerful foundation for understanding ceremonial magic, theosophy, Hermetic philosophy, Kabbalah, Freemasonry, mystery traditions, occult psychology, and the modern Western occult revival. Each lesson is approximately 35 minutes long and follows the same clear structure: map, analyze, and practice. But the video lessons are only one part of the program. For every classic, you also receive a complete M.A.P. study pack designed to help you review, organize, and retain what you learn. Each study pack includes an illustrated ebook that summarizes the book's background, major themes, key ideas, and lasting influence. You also receive a mind map, allowing you to see the structure of the work at a glance and understand how its symbols, concepts, and arguments connect. You receive a glossary, so unfamiliar terms and specialized language no longer interrupt your progress. And you receive a guided journaling worksheet so you can reflect on the lesson, compare perspectives, ask better questions, and turn the material into an active study process. That means Esoteric Atlas includes 12 documentary-style lessons, 12 illustrated ebooks, 12 mind maps, 12 glossaries, and 12 guided journaling worksheets. That is 48 supporting study resources, in addition to the lessons themselves. And as a bonus, you also receive access to a custom iStudy companion created to support your esoteric studies. You can use it to review concepts, clarify terminology, compare authors, explore connections between books, generate additional study questions, and continue your research whenever a new question arises. It is not a replacement for the original texts or for your own judgment. It is a study companion designed to help you keep moving forward when the material becomes complex. Esoteric Atlas was created for the person who is genuinely curious but tired of feeling lost. It is for the student who has bought books but struggled to finish them. It is for the reader who wants to understand Crowley, Blavatsky, Lévi, Hall, Fortune, and Regardie without drowning in confusion. It is for anyone who wants a more structured, serious, and accessible way to study the books that shaped Western esotericism. You do not need an academic background. You do not need to know every symbol in advance. You do not need to accept every teaching without question. You only need curiosity, patience, and a method. By the end of the program, you will not simply have watched 12 lessons. You will have a structured overview of 12 major works, a clearer understanding of why they matter, a practical method for studying them, and a complete collection of reference materials that you can return to again and again. You will know where to begin. You will understand what matters, and you will finally start seeing how all the pieces connect. The regular price of Esoteric Atlas is $99.99, but during the launch, the first 100 students can get full access for only $49.99. That means you can save $50 and start building your foundation today. Once the first 100 spots are gone, the price will increase to $99.99. Your purchase is also protected by a 7-day money-back guarantee. Explore the lessons, review the study materials, experience the M.A.P. method for yourself. If you decide it is not the right fit, you can request a full refund within 7 days of your purchase. So now you have a choice. You can keep collecting disconnected books, videos, articles, and interpretations, hoping that one day the bigger picture will finally make sense. Or you can begin with a structured path designed to show you where each work belongs, what its essential ideas mean, and how the tradition connects. You do not need another pile of information. You do not need another reading list without guidance. You need a map. Click the button on this page. Secure the launch price of $49.99 while it is still available, and begin your journey through the 12 books that shaped Western esotericism with Esoteric Atlas. 12 classics decoded.